folks, Stan Baker with Hunt the Racket. Here we are at the 2018 Wyoming State Shoot. And I gotta tell you, it's a good one. What a great venue. There's 18 traps. It's a beautiful place to shoot. We've got a lot of name shooters out here today and for the next 4 days. So stay tuned, we're gonna have some interviews and we'll get shots of people shooting. We'll interview some of the good guys and some of the average people and talk about what their problems are and how they're shooting well and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. We're excited. We're going to be shooting and we'll see you at the racket. Okay folks, we just got done with doubles at the 2018 Wyoming State Shoot, and I was privileged and honored to be squatted with these two lovely women. This is Victoria Kreger and Joy Barba.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you something, this gal can shoot. Yesterday in our squad, she broke her highest score, a 96. And she was ripping them. I'll tell you, it's incredible the way she was shooting. Her style is impeccable, and she moves to that second bird very smoothly. And Joy?
Yes.
We've been shooting for a while, haven't we?
This year, yes.
Joy is the captain of the California women's team, and she is online to make All-American Ladies 2 this year. So we're really proud of her, and glad you could join us.
Wonderful, thank you.
I'm going to ask you guys one question.
Okay.
What do you think it takes to shoot good doubles? What's the most important part of doubles?
I would say staying in your gun. I used to have trouble with that, and so I wasn't shooting very well. But once I learned to stay in it,
so
it makes a difference.
it's like on the second shot, you shoot that first one, come out, and then you...
Right, if you come out of it, you're going to miss your second shot.
Okay. Joy, how about you?
I think the exact same thing. If you stay in your gun, then the target's in line with your barrel, and if you don't, then you're shooting behind or in front of it.
Right.
So the main thing is staying in your gun and making sure that you see the target over your barrel.
Right. And you see, that's a common theme that we hear. Stay in your gun. The other thing is make sure you position your footwork to shoot that second burst and come around to it, into good timing. So we're going to get ready for handicap. Are you guys on my squad for handicap?
I don't know.
I'm on 26.
No, I'm early.
Okay.
This was a fluke.
I don't know
Well,
what squad I'm on.
I'm
okay.
always early.
Well, we'll get ready for handicap and stay tuned because we got a lot more interviews coming up here at the 2018 Wyoming State Shoot. We'll see you at the racket. Hey, Victoria, you didn't tell me about your website. What's the name of it?
Buckshot Bella.
Buckshot Bella?
It's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I have a website online called buckshotbarbie.com. I haven't been able to change it yet.
Right. And we've been discussing the difference between the women and the men shooters, and she's got a new perspective on it. Would you share that with our audience, please?
Yes. So at 18, I picked up a shotgun and taught myself to shoot it for the very first time. And what I learned along the way as men and women and people were trying to help me, men shoot a lot different than women. Their body structure is different, their stance is different, their muscles, the distance between your cheekbone and your shoulder blade, the way that you use your eyes. Most men are 2-eye dominant, most women are 1-eye dominant.
Right.
There's a lot of differences in the way that we shoot, and it's important as a woman to realize that and use it to your advantage. We don't have to be a guy. We don't have to muscle it around.
Right.
We can use our body to our advantage and be just as good, if not better.
And you know, I got to tell you, I witnessed that yesterday because the way her style to that, you know, when she's shooting doubles is really cool. I mean, I watched it, you know. I wasn't shooting that good, so I figured I might learn something, you know. But, well, listen, what is Buckshot Bella? Now, do you have a website or?
Yeah, so, well, kind of. I have a blog page.
Okay.
It's not labeled Buckshot Bella yet because it started a different name and then I changed it. And
Yeah.
I just have to, like, get there. But the website is buckshotbarbie.com, and then on all social media, it's Buckshot Bella.
Okay.
I know it's kind of confusing.
and your goal is to teach, is
Yes,
correct?
teach and bring more awareness for women to realize this can be a woman's sport. It doesn't have to be a guy's sport only.
I got to tell you something. This is the first gal to ever win a state championship in Montana.
Yes.
Pretty
in
impressive.
handicap. I don't know about singles, but in handicap.
Well, I got to tell you something. You got a future, young lady.
Thank you. That's
All
the
right.
goal.
Well, let's stay tuned because this gal has more to share. Make sure you go to her YouTube page and
Bella.
Buckshot Bella. And you women out there, she's really got a handle on this. So with that, we'll see you at the racket. Okay, folks, we just got done with handicap, and I got to tell you, we're in a pretty balmy situation. We got winds out of the south-southeast, probably, I don't know, what would you say, 15, 20? Yeah, somewhere in there. So the birds were acting a little silly on us. On my third box, I had two that just jumped, you know, right when I released the trigger. But I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine and probably one of the top shooters in the nation and Colorado. His name is Mel Hensley. And Mel is a, you know, all-time All-American. He's in the Hall of Fame in Colorado. He's got several Grand Slams. The guy really can shoot lights out. And I've been shooting, and we've become pretty good friends. I shoot with him a lot, and he's given me some good tips. And I thought what I'd do is interview Mel and have him share some of the ideas with you. And now, Mel, you were explaining to me you're a kind of a system shooter.
That's
Can you
right,
explain
Stan.
that?
And before we go any further, I'd like to thank Stan for all the work he does to promote trap shooting. All these videos are good for the sport. Thank you, Stan.
Thank you, buddy.
Anyway, I'll just explain how I approached today at the handicap. Targets are kind of everywhere. Each box is a little different as far as height of the target. I've been having a little trouble with holding too tight a left hand and not a tight enough right hand. I rotate the mental keys, so I keep myself interested, but I'm always trying to improve by focusing on two mental keys.
No more.
I do that, it kind of blocks out the rest of the stuff going on around.
But no more than two, correct?
More than two.
Okay.
Always
And why
two.
is that?
Today I was working on a good gun mount to get tight on the target. The reason I wanted to get tight on the target is because they're moving around so much. I don't don't like to aim at a target, but I like to get tight on it. I like to be right there before I pull the trigger. Okay, I varied my hold on the house a little bit from one house to the next because one house would have higher targets than the next. All that equated into a 95 and a pretty brisk wind in Wyoming. I'm not ashamed of that.
And I think that score will probably hunt somewhere.
Well,
it might make you some money
score.
too.
It's not going to be a winning score, but like I said, I'm not ashamed of it because I worked really hard on every target.
Right. Now, you said you stick with two mental things.
Yeah.
Why only two?
Well, I think when you get 3 or 4 going, it's too confusing and you can't see. I can do two things. My mind can let me do two things before the shot. So today, good gun mount, get tight on the target. And when I did it right, it seemed pretty simple. When I lost my focus because of some kind of a distraction, a shell rolling across the ground or the puller making a mistake, then I would miss because I didn't focus on my two key thoughts. But I can't blame the distractions. The distractions are always going to be there, especially for a 27-yard shooter because you're back on the back fence. You got people talking behind you. You got people walking by. You got all kinds of commotion going on. You always got pullers making mistakes. You always got. The key is, for me, is to eliminate everyone you can before you shoot. The ones you can't eliminate, you've got to ignore and focus on the two key thoughts. If you're really focused on those two key thoughts, the distractions go away and break the target. So the key to distractions is the way you handle them, because they're always going to be there. But you've got to find a way to handle those distractions and not let them affect the way you're shooting targets.
I happen to have a distraction on our squad. I had a gentleman that would not move his mic or move my mic for me. And that kind of irritated me just a little bit. So how I handled that was, what I did was I'd slow down, I'd go to the mic, move the mic back and to my position, slow down, take a deep breath, and then look over at him and say, okay, I'm ready. You know, so that's how I handled that distraction, and it was fine. It was okay.
And if you're getting ready to shoot and you're bringing the gun up and something's really bothering you, you can't think about your two key thoughts, put it down, open the gun, start your routine over, and then go after it again when you're ready. Now you shouldn't have to do that more than once in 25, maybe once in 50. But if you call for a target, you don't get a target, don't get a target. Don't just stand there and call for targets. Put the gun down, take the shell out, start your routine over, put the gun up, two key thoughts, shoot the target.
And there you have it. This guy here has more knowledge in the shot. When did you start shooting trap?
1982, I registered my first targets, and it was like 1,200 targets later, I was on the 27-yard line.
So you're looking at 30.
I've never left it since 1980. Oh, actually, it was early 83. I made the 27. I've never moved forward. I've never gotten a reduction. I'm 68 years old, and I still shoot pretty fair handicap most of the time. I don't win as much as I used to, but I'm still up there.
Yeah, he's done really well. Now, he just started this year shooting a little more seriously. You were off. You took a little bit of time off because of your wife and situation.
My wife is not able to travel very much, but my daughter has volunteered to step in and stay with her when I'm gone. So on the circuit a little more.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, he is shooting lights out. He's done a great job. I mean, he's gone to New Mexico and won that. Vernal, you won that. I mean, the guy is just incredible. And I'm looking for really good things out of him when we go to the Grand, the big show, my friend.
You left out the Colorado State singles champion.
Sorry about that. He did a great job in Colorado as well, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, thanks, Dan.
Well, thank you for your time and thank you for your knowledge. And we'll be hearing more from Mel as we go along. So stay tuned. We got a few more interviews left, and we're just having the time of our life out here. So we'll see you at the racket. Okay, folks, we just got done with singles, and I got to tell you, we are having one heck of a time out here at the Wyoming 2018 State Shoot in Torrington, Wyoming. I have, of course, you know Mel Hensley. We just interviewed him, but I'm squatted with Dylan here, Dylan Martin and Dave Martin.
Yes.
And we were talking in between rounds, and I've heard Dave saying to Dylan, "Have fun." So you want to expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, the goal is to get a 25 straight each time, but we're here to have fun. And when you drop one bird, you can't let that bird get to you. You've got to continue to have fun, have a positive attitude.
Exactly. And Dylan here, he was the squad leader, and he did a great job. I noticed, Mel, you gave him a couple tips right after the round. What were those?
Well, the one tip I gave him was, you know, the machine has a timer on it. And if you try to shoot quickly after the shooter in front of you, it won't give you a target. And the reason it has a timer is because when the gun goes off, you just got to wait for the next person to shoot. So anyway, I told Dylan that, you know, if you don't get a target, if you're calling too quick, stop, put the gun down, go through your routine again, put the shell in, put the gun up, call for the target. You deserve a good target on time. So make sure that you take your time and do it right the second time.
And if these young shooters, they have such quick reflexes,
Yeah.
They can just shoot right off. How'd you feel shooting this round, Dylan?
It was a little frustrating.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done better, but it was all right. It was
Well, we kind of had some tough conditions. We had some bad mics on the last trap, and then when we first started, we still had that southeast wind, so it posed some challenges in the round. But all in all, we're having a great time, aren't we?
we are.
All right. Well,
What are we
hey,
here for?
thank you very much.
Have fun.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I appreciate it.
All right,
Good shooting with you, Dylan. Nice shooting with you.
and we'll see you at the racket. Okay, folks, we just finished with the championship rounds, and we're packing up and about getting ready to go home. But I got to tell you, we had a great time here at the 2018 Wyoming State Trap Shoot in Torrington. These guys put on a first-class operation. Everything was well organized, 18 traps. But I was very impressed. We met a lot of nice people. Made some new friends, and really that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Now remember, if you're not a member of the ATA, I want you to go to shootata.com. For $20, you can do this. A good friend of mine who's a rancher met me here. We got him, Steve Sons. We'll be following him and his journey, but he joined the ATA. We shot a few practice rounds, and he's biting at the bit to get started. So we can't emphasize enough how much fun this is, and we really want you to pick that phone up or go to on your computer, shootata.com, and join for $20. You can have a card. So with that, we're going to close it out, and we'll see you down the road. I think we got the big granddaddy of them all, the Grand, coming August 1st. So we'll be there. Billy will be there with the drone, and man, 4,000 of my closest friends will be there. So we're gonna have a great time. Looking forward to it. And with that, we'll see you at the racket.